Look at Article 1 of the Indian Constitution, both the words India and Bharat has been legally recognized by the Constitution of India. It's clearly said that India, that is Bharat, shall be a union of state. But having said so, if we look at the historical background, at the background of those two words, India is no doubt is a word linked to Sanskrit, which mean the Indus or the river Indus or the Sindhu, and Bharat is also Sanskrit, but it is connected to the Hindu religious text, the Punaras. So we can say that India is a more secular word, and Bharat is a bit inclined towards a Hindutva ideology. Having said so, India is a more acceptable word refer to our nation. If you see at sport also, it will say the Indian football team or the Indian cricket team or whatever it will be referred as India. We have the Indian Reserve Bank, we have the Indian Police Service, the Indian Administrative, the Indian Forest Service, the Indian Council of Medical, and all those. So the word Indian is a more preferable word than the word Bharat. Since India is still a secular nation, I do believe that there is no need to change the constitution of India. Let it remain like this. Because the moment we change the constitution of India, and just in case they delete the word India, they will have a lot of impact on the common man. I feel that the moment you delete the word India, there will be a lot of changes. All the law, all statute will have to be changed. It need to be this. It need to be reintroduced in the house. It need to be reprint, re-notified, and how much will be that cost? The note, the currency will also be changed. This document that we have, like the EPIC, like the Aadhaar, or whatever document that we have, it will need to be changed. So it will have a big impact on the common man, and it is not necessary. Why should it has to be changed? Because if you want to use the word Bharat, you can do so. So what is the big deal about it? And as I say, if you ask me which word I prefer, definitely I prefer the word India because it is more secular in nature compared to the other words. Definitely, it was do in such a way with an agenda to polarize the election because they've already see that they want India to be one nation, one religion, one India, one culture, one India, one language. Which nation, or which religion, which culture is Hindu. So I do feel that there's no need to change. Let it remain like this. As I told you, the moment you change, it will have a lot of impact, a lot of confusion to the government, and common man honestly will have to spend a lot of money, and the nation will have to spend thousand crore of money just for this. And what is the outcome of that? Zero. It has zero benefit. Mere changing of word will not have impact, but in the mindset, definitely it will have some sort of impact.
Before coming to the point regarding the plans of the Indian government to change the name of the country from India to Bharat, I think we should look back at what is really going on in this country. The current government is trying to bring a lot of changes in this nation, whether they are positive or negative, but as we can see, it has a huge impact, sometimes a detrimental impact, especially for the people of the northeast region, because we are remotely located in the country, and such changes sometimes they do not conform to our ways of living, our customary laws. If we try to go back, we can see that the acts such as the Citizenship Amendment Act has been trying to be enforced upon the people, and then we see the Uniform Civil Code. Even in academics also, the QET and then NEET and all those things, they are very new to us, and it brings the whole nation into a state of confusion. We see that even laws such as the CRPC, IPC has also been tried to change. From what we can understand is that whatever that has been started in 1947 is going to be changed. But for us, if we look at a Khasi perspective, we can see that we are still suffering, we are still reeling under oppression, under marginalization, under deprivation from the country. If we look at the name of the state Meghalaya, Meghalaya is also not from the native language, it is a Sanskrit language. And changing the name to India, from India to Bharat, will have an effect on the people of the state. But at the same time, there are many more pressing issues apart from the changing of the name of the country. Even if the India is being changed into Bharat, we will still be suffering in the same way, because we are yet to receive any constitutional safeguard provisions from the country of India, whereas other states in Northeast are being blessed with acts such as the ILP, Article 371, but we do not have anything. The jurisdiction of the district councils are very limited. If we look at other autonomous councils in the region, they have they have power in which they can regulate with regards to roads, education, forests. But in Meghalaya, the autonomous district councils are very limited in power. As we can look that the parties have been dividing the people on religious lines. So yes, I will agree to that there is a political angle with regards to changing the name from India to Bharat. There are a lot of consequences that has been happening to our people with successive governments in the central and in the state. We have been suffering the same, but the thing is that now the nation is being divided into religious lines. So I think it will have an impact. It will make the people turn against each other more and more. You don't see any advantage with regards to changing the name. The whole world knows the country as India. Yes, there are countries in the world which have changed the names, but India is a multi-plural country in which every time they say that it is a unity in diversity. So it is very important to have a name that will suit the different ethnic groups in the country. Yes, if we look at the current situation of the country, we can see that democracy has been grabbed by the neck. The current government is grabbing democracy by the neck, and secularism is at its in the lowest ebb. We have seen that there has been attack on churches, on other religious minorities, and minority communities are being suppressed, are being oppressed, they are being choked. So yes, we see that this attempt to change the name of the country from India to Bharat is a part of the agenda.
You see, as a matter of concern, with regards to the motive of changing the name by the NDA government from India to Bharat, on behalf of the organization, we found that it is nothing less than the political motive of the NDA government, since the election is very near for the MP election, to show to the Hindu believers that what change the NDA government have bring in these 9 years. So this is one of the number one that they have brought a change into their Hindu believers, to cater the vote bank only, that the NDA government have done this very tremendous work for the Hindu believers. That is the main concept or main motive of the NDA government. Since we are all aware, as time goes by, we have seen all the issues or the issues that have been addressed by the NDA government. It is mostly of the hidden agenda of the RSS groups. So this is is an open secret which everybody have witnessed, not only in the state of Meghalaya, but everywhere in every state in every state in India. So we have seen so many issues that have been raised, like regarding this one nation, one election also. This is the hidden agenda which they wanted to bring: one election, one nation, and one religion. You see, actually, like India as a name, it has been acceptable during the time when we when all the Indian territories, like all these princeless states, they have come together to unite as India, as a country, to fight against the British. So that is the ideology, the main concept, which the word India has come into being. So it is unacceptable, and it is also a secular, secular word, so as to say. But we fail to understand why the NDA government now want to, to return back to the old pages, which we have come to an understanding that okay, fine, let us be Indian as one. Like unity should be our strength. Now, after so many years, now they try to bring the changes only to meet, to gather the vote bank for the next election. So this might be the downfall or the gain of the new form of government in the union also, we never know. But in general also, there will be lots of huge losses also. So it will be involved a huge lot of revenue also. As you see, actually some of our experts also, they are mentioning in social media that it will be around almost 15,000 crores plus. It will be a huge loss in revenue. Yeah, that is, everybody is aware of this. This is only the the political motive to cater the vote to the Hindu believers that from the NDA government, which have been backed up by the ideology of the RSS, it has come into being.